Yeah, you might. It might be enough.
Yeah. Laverne is in the building. Hey, Laverne, what you got on your shirt? I want to see.
What?
Respect. Oh my lord. RESPECT. Find out
You know,
what.
Vern is borderline radical. You know that, right?
Borderline. Did you say borderline?
Borderline. She borderline
All right.
radical. Oh my goodness. What was I supposed to do? Hold on. But today, right, you guys, like, it's funny because people in my family, knowing that I'm on this call, and they was like, "Did you talk about this? Did you talk about that? Well, what about this?" I was like, "No, I didn't talk about that yet. I think you should because that's just a thing you should talk about."
Right.
I said, "Okay, I'm gonna talk about that. Let me talk about that." And it's so funny because some of the things that come up are so relevant. Man, I think y'all gonna change our diets again today. So today's call is all about what you're eating and how long it takes for your body to digest it. And I found this handy dandy chart. And boy, I'm telling you, I'm like, oh, I don't want to eat that no more. I don't want to eat that. I don't want to eat that no more. Not eating that no more neither. Definitely not eating that no more.
Okay.
But when you eat your food, right? Food takes anywhere from 24 to 72 hours to move through your digestive tract, right? The exact time of the food, how long it takes, short or long, depends on the types of food that you have eaten. And then it's also based on your metabolism, your gender, and either of those things can speed things up or down. If you have problems with irritable bowel and stomach things, it could take a little bit longer. But once it's in the large intestines, it's partially digested, and the contents of your food can sit in your stomach for more than a day until it is broken down even more. Mm. Mm. So the Mayo Clinic said that food spends in the large intestines on an average of 33 hours for men and 47 hours for women. Meat and fish can take as long as 2 days to fully digest. Now think about this. You eating every day. So that means every day that you eat meat or fish, that is sitting there for those days, you're going to eat some more meat, and that's going to sit for more days, and then you eat some more. You got stuff like overlapping days and days and days and days. The study says that proteins and fat contain complex molecules, right, and take longer for your body to pull them apart. But fruit and vegetables, on the other hand, which are high in fiber, move through your system less than a day. Mm. So high fiber foods help your digestive tract to run more efficiently and smoothly in general. So the quick to digest are sugary junk food like candy bars. The body just goes through those in a matter of hours, leaving you hungry again. So then you want to eat, guess what? More crap. More crap-ola. So the goal is for your body to break down the food, pull out the nutrients that your body needs in order to operate. Mm-hmm. And anything left as waste, your body removes. So your digestive system has 5 main parts. The first part, mouth, that you're chewing with, your esophagus, your stomach, your small intestines, and your large intestines. So as you chew, the glands in your mouth release saliva, right? Yeah. And the digestive enzymes get all of the starches in the food, and it results in this mushy mash, and then we swallow it. Mm-hmm. But I also read in Mindful Eating that you should be chewing your food 20 to 40 times before you swallow it. If you chew your food better, if you chew your food more, those 20 times, it will help with the digestion. So after you follow your food, it goes down your esophagus. That's the pipe that connects your mouth to your stomach. A muscular gate called the lower esophageal opens up to let the food go into your stomach. And the acids in your stomach help to break down the food even more. And so that will move it from your stomach to your small intestines. Your small intestines, your pancreas, your liver, they all have their own digestive juices that they add to the mix. Your pancreas helps to break down carbohydrates, the fats, and the proteins. And then your gallbladder helps to dissolve the fat. The vitamins and the other nutrients move through the walls of your small intestines into your bloodstream. The undigested part that remains moves to the large intestine. The large intestines then absorbs the water and any leftover nutrients from the food, and the rest becomes solid waste or stool. And so then your rectum holds the stool until you're ready to go to the bathroom. Now, that's how it should work in a perfect world. But because of the crap that you're eating, it doesn't move as fast as that. And so you end up with digestive problems. People have digestive problems like acid reflux. Acid reflux happens when that lower esophageal sphincter that opens your stomach up gets weak, and it allows food to back up. So whatever's in your stomach comes back up into your esophagus, right? And it has those stomach juices in it. So that's why it can be
burn shit out your ass.
Burning and all of that people get with acid reflux because of the stuff that's in your stomach. And then some people have celiac disease that has something to do with your immune system attacking and damaging your intestines when you eat gluten. And then some people suffer from constipation, which is fewer bowel movements. When you go, the stool is firm, it's hard to pass. And constipation can cause you to have symptoms like bloating and abdominal pain, right? Some people have IBS, inflammatory bowel disease. That includes Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. Those conditions will give you chronic inflammation as well in the intestines and all of that. Irritable bowel syndrome. Some people have lactose intolerance. But you can help your digestion by doing what? Kim, you know what you should do to have better digestion?
What?
Do you know?
What?
No. You know. Eat more greens. Eat more fruit. Eat more whole grains. Vegetable, fruits, and whole grains are all rich sources of fiber. Yes, and fiber helps food move through your digestive system more easily and completely. You want to limit red meat and processed food. Red meat has so many chemicals that are linked to heart disease, right? And it takes so long for it to process out. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, watermelon take 20 minutes, potatoes take an hour, oranges and grapes take 30 minutes, brown rice, oats, and millets take an hour and a half, apples, pears, and cherries take 40 minutes, soybeans, peas, kidney beans take 1.5 hours to 2 hours, fresh tomatoes, cucumbers, and celery take 40 minutes, white cheese takes 1.5 to 2 hours, Boiled spinach, cauliflower, maize, which is the type of corn, takes 45 minutes. Chicken, 1 to 2 hours. Boiled egg, 45 minutes. Beef, 3 to 4 hours, which we know that that's for it to get out of your stomach, but it can stick in your large intestines for up to 2 weeks. It has to break completely down for the body to pass it. Boiled root vegetables like carrots, beetroots, and turnips take 50 minutes. Other cheeses can take 3 to 4.5 hours. Fish like cod and salmon and herring take 30 to 60 minutes. Pork can take 4 to 5 hours to get out of the body. And so as you are thinking about the food that you want to put in your mouth, you know, it tastes good going in, but Lord Jesus, we don't know how long it's going to take to get out. Again, that is based on gender, it's based on metabolism, and how much you are moving. So all of that is important. And again, the Mayo Clinic says, let me go back to where it says how long for men and women. And it's such a big difference. So we want to be so mindful of this food that we're eating. It says for men, it can take an average of 33 hours for your food to digest, like a full meal, and then 47 hours for women. So women are holding it even longer. So it's so important to make sure you're eating whole foods, plant-based things that will help you to move this food along. Because the longer it stays, especially if it's bad food, that's more of the crap that's going in our system, these candy bars and processed food, we process those throughout our bodies in 40 minutes flat. So think about that. The candy bar you ate is processing faster than your good food. So it's going, all that sugar, all the processed chemicals are going into your bloodstream. And then that's how come you get that big sugar rush. And then I don't know. I sometimes I feel like it's like 15 minutes, not 40 minutes, and you just crash all the way down because the body has completely processed it already all the way out. So you definitely want to eat more grass, more greens, more fruits, more whole grains. You also, in the limiting of the red meat and processed food. Processed food means anything that is in a box or in a can. We don't want nothing out the box and nothing out the can. When you pick up some of these box and canned foods now, they absolutely say some of these products in this can or box has been genetically modified. There are no studies on genetically modified food yet, so we don't know what genetically modified food is going to do for us. So there's some new habits that we need to start, and the new habits is cooking our food, like real food, going to the store and buying real food. When you go to the market, you want to stay on the outside of the market. You don't want to go in those aisles in between. Because when you start going into the aisles in between, that's when you're going to find the soda, the chips, the cereal, all the stuff that's bad for you is the middle of the store. On the outside of the store is where you're going to find all your produce, all your greens, all that stuff is all going to be on the outside. You'll find your dairy on the outside, all around. On the end caps, you got to be watching on the end caps too, because when I was just at ShopRite, they had all these chips on the end caps. So remember that these, yes, the intimate. Stay away from the intimate. These vendors, Coca-Cola, Hers, these Doritos, Lay's, they pay for those spots. They pay to be in your eyesight. Like to have your product on eye level costs more than to have your stuff on the very top or the very bottom. They want you, as soon as you walk in that aisle, to zoom right in on them Oreo cookies so you can say, you know what, I want Oreos today. And we don't want that stuff. That stuff is full of processed sugar and is not going to do anything for your body. It is the equivalent of going to the gas station with your BMW and putting low-grade gas in or the option of putting premium in your good cart. Yes, Oreos. Oh my goodness. They used to be my favorite, the double stuffed ones, before I knew any better. I tried to eat one not too long ago. It gave me an instant headache. Instant headache. Baby Rose called me last night and said that she had a headache. The headache that she had was because she ate tuna out the can. She's so sensitive. Tuna can have mercury in it, other metals that you have to be so mindful of. Everything. The closer you are to food in its rawest form, food in its most natural state is the best thing for your body. We so close to growing our own food now. It just don't make no sense. Like, we're gonna have to literally start thinking about growing our greens. They keep talking about this stuff with the romaine lettuce and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, yo, this is getting deep. So you definitely want to eat more greens, fruit, and whole grains. You want to add probiotics to your body, because a healthy gut bacteria, sometimes when your gut bacteria is off, you can get really, really upset. Your stomach can really be upset. So the beneficial bacteria that is in our digestive tract helps to crowd out any of the harmful bugs that can get in there. So having food like, not always yogurt, because yogurt is dairy and dairy can cause other problems. But they talk about yogurt and kefir, but you can also get that from sauerkraut and other fermented food. What is it? Sauerkraut, pickles, things that are made that way. You want to exercise every day. Moving your body keeps your digestive tract moving. To take a walk after you eat. If you take a walk after you eat, that'll prevent gas. It'll prevent bloating. Exercise, we know, also helps to keep our weight in check. And it lowers our risk for certain cancers and heart disease and other disease of the digestive tract system. The other part is getting sleep. Y'all don't sleep. Y'all need to go to sleep. Take a nap.
Go to bed.
Get plenty of rest. Lack of sleep, is linked to obesity. Lack of sleep, which can also contribute to problems with your digestive tract. You see people when they start getting, the weight around the middle, that affects all of that. You want to manage your stress levels. Some of y'all, when the last time y'all had a massage? Y'all need to just go and do some relaxation things. Soak your feet, take a bath, get a massage, burn some candles, do some, yes, hint, 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 hint. Hint, hint, hint. You gentlemen that are listening, feel free to send your girlfriend, your wife, your daughter, your sister to have a nice massage to manage the stress of managing these families that we're managing, and go get one yourself, because men have high stress levels too, because they're worrying about the bills and all that, and we just never take the time out to do that. Go. Yes, acupuncture is a great way to get your meridians clear, to clear all your chakras, so you can just relax, relate, and release. Just release it all. I had a chance to spend some time with Dr. Loretta yesterday. We always talk about just calling it all joy, calling it all good. All good. It says everything is happening for our greater good. It didn't say everything was good, but everything is happening for our greater good. And eventually we do see the greater good come out of, that happened because this. Well, I'm glad that happened, because now that happened, then I got this or that or whatever. And so everything really is happening for our greater good, and we need to know that. And not stress out about things that we cannot control. What's the serenity prayer? God grant me the strength for the things I cannot change. Let me change the things I can, and whatever else, don't let me worry about it. But that's the paraphrase. I'm sure somebody knows the whole thing for real. But those prayers help us to be able to manage this stress. We cannot do this stuff. So although you may not think about your digestive tract on a daily basis, right? Oh yes, and the strength to know the difference between the stuff, the wisdom to know the difference, yes, between the things you can change and the things that you can't, because some stuff we can't control, and when we can't control stuff, we tend to go all the way off the deep end, and you can't change it anyway. So that serenity prayer, like really wisdom and discernment, is really where you need to be at when it comes to it. And so you want to think about, I would say you might not think about your digestive tract when you eat your food, but you should. You should think about your digestive tract, because now you'll know when it's not working optimally. You'll know that because you'll have uncomfortable symptoms like gas, bloating, constipation, and diarrhea. So watch what you eat, stay active so that your digestive tract can keep moving smoothly and you can feel your best. Mm-hmm. We have to be so mindful when we are outside and choosing what we're eating outside. I try not to eat outside. I try to make it my business to eat at home, where I know what the ingredients are, where I know, how it's going to affect me when I eat it. And so it's so, so important. So, again, you want to include that fiber, stay hydrated, keep moving, and avoid hard to process foods. Again, it's gonna stop up the whole system. This is a whole system. Whole system. What you mean? Why you grabbing? Oh, I don't know. What did Bridget say? Bridget said something bad. But we definitely want to do that. This is the way that we get to take care of ourselves, from the inside out. And we want to be mindful of the things that we're feeding our children. Oodles and noodles every day? No. How about an apple a day really does keep the doctor away? How about learning how to create recipes, or looking at people like people who create meatless Mondays? I saw Sabrina posted something about meatless Mondays. When you think about this body temple of ours, we want to be so mindful about the things that we put in it and on it. So while we talk about our digestive tract, there's some things that we can put on our bodies that, let me call you sign, honey. Hold on. There we go. There are things that we put on our bodies that can disrupt our systems as well. So things like lotion, shampoo, you have to be so mindful of some of these ingredients that are in these things, because when we are washing our hair, putting on lotion, using all these different things, you're going to you eat food, your liver, kid food, all those things. Uh-oh. Hi, all right. All right. Can you hear me now?
We can hear. Oh my God. What is you doing? Dear, go on.
I muted.
Dear. Okay.
Okay, there we go. I'm trying to tell you, you use me. But all of these things that we put on our skin. Your skin is your largest organ on your body, right? And when you eat food, you have your stomach, your liver, your kidneys, all of these things to filter out as much of the bad stuff as you possibly can. But when you're putting things on your skin, there's no filter between there. So the things that go on your skin can absolutely go straight into your bloodstream through washing your hair and your scalp and through putting things on your body, makeup, lotion, all of that stuff. When you look at the lotion bottles and the shampoo bottles and you see all of these things, a lot of those chemicals are hormone disruptors. So you can put something on and have a headache all of a sudden and not even attribute it to what you brush your teeth with, what lotion you put on, what hairspray you sprayed. All of that stuff can absolutely disrupt your hormones and cause all kinds of headaches. So we need to not only be mindful of our digestive tract and how long, when you eat something, I want you to ask yourself a question. How long is it going to take my body to digest this? And when you start looking at things like McDonald's, that dude had a McDonald's burger for like 15 years. It was set somewhere for 15 years and it never broke down. So imagine the body has to go through to get that out because it won't break down. And a lot of the stuff eating is so synthetic that the body doesn't recognize it and doesn't know what to do with it. Even the things that we're giving to our sick, the Ensure, the Boost. The Ensure has about 28 grams of sugar, and the cancer patients, and we know that cancer is grown by fat, salt, and sugar. So imagine if somebody is having Ensure and Boost every day because they're fighting a disease. And they're getting that every single day. And the vitamins that are in it are synthetic, so the body can't break down. The body can't give it anything. So, your loved one that you're giving this stuff to is more than likely getting the benefits of basically sugar water. They're not feeling hungry, but it's not the best choice. So if that's you and somebody in your family is using Ensure, especially anybody that's on any type of tube feed, there's a company called Functional Formularies, and they have a formula called Liquid Hope. Liquid Hope is 100% organic and has real food, real nutrients in it, real vitamins and enzymes in it, and it is covered by Medicare and Medicaid for those who are on tube feeding. Anybody else, you have to pay for it. It is more pricey, but when you think about somebody that's sick, you want to think about them getting the best treatment and the best form of treatment that they can get. So it is worth the investment for your sick loved one. I think it's probably about $100 or $120 per case of it. But it's called Functional Formularies. It's like online. I've seen the Who's that?
Who is that?
Monica Savage with her phone open.
Oh my God.
Yes, Functional Formulary. And it's online and it's a place. Yes, that's correct, Deidre Lynn. You can go online, you can order it from them. They have people on a call where you can call and talk to them about the needs. But I found out that insurance does cover it, but only for patients that are tube fed. But it is a good thing. I've seen it on Amazon as well. but you can get directly from them. It's called Liquid Hope. It was created by a physician who her father had brain cancer, and they were giving him Ensure. And she had the presence of mind to see what was in the Ensure, and she said, "This is sugar. It is. It's so much sugar." And then vitamins were synthetic; they were man-made, so the body cannot process what is not real. Can I get any benefit from it other than trying to get it out? And so it really is not beneficial to do that. And I know one of my uncles had throat cancer, and he had Ensure every single day through tube feeding. And his cancer came back like 3 times. They're wondering why. Because cancer is fed by fat, salt, and sugar. So if you're giving me only Ensure every single day, what are you giving me every single day? Sugar. Sugar, and more sugar. And so, you want to be mindful of these foods, these box foods, these, I say, when it comes to snack foods and stuff, if you have a craving for something, just go ahead and eat it, get it out of the way so that you can move on. Because what happens to people is they'll have a craving for something bad and they don't eat it, and then they end up eating 10,000 other things that are just as bad, when really if you'd have just had the slice of chocolate cake, you'd have been done with it and you could move on to get into your thing. Yes, not a whole row of Oreos, not a whole row. I just had some Thin Mints from the Girl Scouts, and they tasted really good. And when I got to the 5th one, my stomach said, "Excuse me, what is that? We don't like it. It hurts. It hurts my stomach. Don't do it again." And I'm like, and I still got a whole nother, you get the 2 rows, a whole nother row. And I'm like, ugh, yeah. B17 definitely a cancer killer. That's one of the things that we use with Vaughn and his cancer. B17 apricot seeds, but you can't eat a bunch of them. Oh my God. B complexes are good because the body, especially if you're somebody who is vegan or vegetarian and you're not eating a bunch of meat. B12 only comes from meat, doesn't come from vegetables. So if you're not eating meat, then you need to supplement with B12, the B complexes. Let me see. What else did I? What else? Yes, you need your calcium. You need your calcium because you need it for your good, strong bones. But it don't have to come from milk. With the pus and blood, and not the milk, that we are the only mammals that feel like once we have weaned our children that we need to drink milk from a cow. We don't. Cows don't wean their kids to goats. Goats don't wean their cows to. Goats don't wean their kids to cows, and vice versa. We're the only ones that do that. But once a child is weaned, they're weaned. And if you want them to have milk, look at the nut milks, the milks that are not from animals. What was Deidre's question about steak?
Esther.
Yeah. No cow milk. No cow's milk. Mm-mm.
Why?
No cow. There are some studies about raw cow milk and all of the nutrients that are in it raw. But then there's questions about it not being pasteurized and what else is in it, yada, yada, yada. But if you eat a good, full, whole food, plant-based diet and have other things a little bit, can you unmute her so I can hear, so she can tell me what she's saying, because the words is going too fast on the bottom.
You know what it takes fast.
Yes, what you say?
I'm always telling you I have to have steak once a month. I don't know why that is, but I think it has something to do with the iron. I'm iron deficient. I feel like my body is telling me to eat a steak. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't do it that often. It might be a month to 7 to 8 weeks. Like I just like to have a steak and I'll leave it alone after that. But your reason for drinking milk, that is probably the most salient argument I've ever heard to not drink milk. I mean, to the point, it's like, whoever sat around and was that curious to figure out what are the cows doing? I want to taste it too. Like, I never understood that.
Yeah, and like taking them off of mother's milk, off of breast milk, to put them on cow's milk. And then I don't
understand that whole line of reasoning.
And what do they say? Oh, the baby can't tolerate it. It's bad for the baby. So then they tell you to cut it with water. They tell you to, okay, let's try soy milk instead. You know, and that has some issue when it comes to soy, because soy is one of the most genetically modified foods out there. And so we don't know. Soy and corn, those two. So we want to stay away from that. And soy can have estrogen in it. It can cause other things. So if you're giving a child genetically made for soy, and then you know, all of that estrogen and all that kind of stuff in it too, you don't know what that is going to lead to. So you want to be very mindful of taking your children from breast milk to cow's milk. You want to really, really think about that before you do that. You know, definitely consider the nut milks before you do that. If they don't have nut allergies, you know, because, you know, that's a whole nother can of worms, you know, if they have that. And so, yeah, we are the only mammals that are switched from our own milk to another mammal's milk.
That's just crazy.
But wait, Slim, hold it, wait a minute. I got a question here.
Okay,
now, the reason.
Don't tell on yourself.
No. The reasoning for the milk was that my teeth and my bones is good for the reason why it's justified. Don't get it twisted. Like, I drank it because it was good for your bone and my teeth to stay white and pretty.
That's a lie.
That's a lie?
From the pit of hell. Let me handle this one, Darlena. Even the cows stop drinking the milk once they get big. Why are we drinking this milk? Stop it.
You know, and even now they're trying to, because so many people are moving to nut milks and all that, the cashew milk, the coconut milk, all of that. The milk industry is losing money. And so now they got all these celebrities with the milk mustaches. Got milk. I'm like, no, don't got milk, don't want milk, ain't never want no milk. No, thank you. But they're doing that. And then when you look at the photo shoot of the milk, it ain't even milk. It's like some kind of paste that they put on their lips. They're not really even drinking the milk. It's
exactly. The milk doesn't leave a nice mustache, so they fake it.
Oh, so they fake. You know, first of all, food and you ever notice you go to a restaurant and you look at the pictures and you say, I have that and I have that. That looks so amazing. And then when you get it, it don't look like the picture.
Get out of my head.
When it don't look like the picture, I'm sending it back because I need my food to look like that. But the problem with that is that food has more makeup than a human does.
Has more what?
Makeup.
When they
the food is photoshopped.
Yes. When you look at a cup of coffee on television and you see those nice blue bubbles, those are soap bubbles. Okay. When you see a nice golden turkey on TV, that is shellac. Okay. When you see the paint, the cheese melt in and all that, that's paint. If you Google food makeup, you will find out all the tricks of the trade. But I'm serious about my food, though. If my food don't look like that, my food, some food comes to you and it's very wilted, it's very linked to the side, it's very unhappy. So if my food is not happy, I'm not eating it. My food has to be as exciting as me. If it don't look like that, I don't want that. Dr. Loretta told me about an experience that she had when she went to somebody's house for Thanksgiving, and they had white turkey breast, white potatoes, white cauliflower, and something else white. But the whole plate, everything unappetizing. And she's like, "Well, where's the rest of the stuff?" But everything was white, and that's why you want to eat every color of the rainbow. That's how you want to have
Skittles,
purple cabbage, green beans, yellow squash, orange carrots. You want to have all of these colors of the rainbow, and that's how you know you're getting all of the things that God has given us in this array of food that we have the choice to eat. And so knowing that certain foods take even longer. Drinking water is through your system in like 10, 15 minutes. As soon as you drink 16 ounces of water, right? How fast you gotta go to the bathroom after you drink? Not that long, because it digests through the body quick. Same thing with juice. What's your question, darling?
Okay. So, like you said, I like the different colors, and I was in a market, and Whole Foods actually, so I'm hoping, because it was in Whole Foods, it's a good thing, but maybe it's not. I'm sure you're going to tell me it's not. But okay. So when you see these vegetables, like, they're not the regular color they're supposed to be. Like, are they dyeing them? Like, for example, I saw some yellow cauliflower that almost looked orange. I've seen purple cauliflower. I've seen the greenish one. I think they call it broccoli flower. I've seen carrots in all different colors. And before I start just buying this stuff, because like you said, it looks happy, it looks exciting because they're bright colors, is it healthy? I mean, is it good?
So I know that potatoes come in colors. I know that tomatoes come in colors.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the cauliflower. I would need to do a little bit of research to determine if, in fact, those things are dyed or not. Because I know there's some beautiful rainbow colored roses, and I was told that those rainbow colored roses are dyed when they're growing that way so that they come out like that. So there's a possibility that there is some dye in that. I'll probably have to do a little bit of research to find out, but I'll let you know. Yeah, carrots come in colors.
Yeah, well. And the reason why I'm asking, I had the carrots, they were baby carrots, and they were all different colors. And when I cut into the ones that weren't orange, they still look kind of whitish or light in the center, almost like maybe they were dipped.
Okay.
In something like those beet chips, for example. They take that, whatever vegetable that is. I mean, they have those Terra chips. There's a red chip that's in that bag, and whatever that vegetable is, they soak it in beet juice to give it that red color. And so I was wondering, like, what did you know about that?
Yeah, I know that carrots, tomatoes, and potatoes come in colors naturally. I'm not certain about the cauliflower. I need to do a little bit of research and see about that.
I have some broccoli. The broccoli flower is green. I will go get it and show it to you in a second.
Yeah, I don't know. I would want to do a little bit of research on there and get back to you. Broccoli flower. Broccoli flower sounds like genetically modified food.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like they two things together to create something else. But I'd like to verify that to make sure. But I don't think that there's a such thing as broccoli flour. I don't think God created broccoli flour.
I don't either.
I think broccoli, and He created it, but I don't think so. So yeah, I would say not so much. In my mind and everything that I know about this genetically modifying things, they took a gene from a fish and put that fish gene that can stay in cold water really long and put that gene in corn so that the corn can last longer in the field when the weather gets cold.
Oh, I've heard of that. The heat resistant. Oh, wow.
So mindful of these things. Listen, if it's not whole food, plant based, and something that you recognize, like when I think about all of the talk that they had about tilapia, right? I used to like tilapia. I ate tilapia a few times a week, but then the question became, where did it come from? When the fish man came down my block, he didn't have tilapia when I was growing up. He had porgies, whiting, trout,
blue,
and
blue.
Fish man. We take the food stamps too. Fish man, come on, and you come out and you buy your fish from the fish man. But he never had tilapia. So and some of these swai, wassa, I never heard of things before.
Desmond look like a fish.
And so, chicken.
And the watermelon. Don't forget the watermelon.
Desmond looks like he a fish man.
Yes, the fish. I used to love the fish man. He'd sit there right there. You pick your fish, he scale it for you, clean it, gut it for you, cut the heads off, and clean your fish. You can go in the house and have fresh fish for the day. I don't know.
And he had the scale. Don't forget he had the scale hanging in the back.
He had the scale hanging in the bag. Really. But it's so many things that we got to be so mindful of when we think about those types of foods, that have come up that we don't know, where they are, where they came from, or how they started. There's so many things that can be genetically modified, and you don't want it in your body temple because you have no idea. The world has no idea how this stuff is going to affect us later. I think, what we're seeing is the food conglomerates are working with the pharmaceuticals to get people on more medications. The food and what's happening is the tobacco companies are now owning the food conglomerate. See, when people stop smoking, they say, okay, they're not smoking no more. What are we going to do? Oh, we need to control the food because people ain't going to ever stop eating. So if we put these things in the food, then we can then make people feel like, the thing, I forget the name, I just read yesterday because, I was concerned about, certain foods. And there's certain chemicals in our food, certain hormone disrupting things they put in our food, right? And our bodies have a hard time breaking it down. And when it gets in our body, guess what it does? What? It makes you feel hungry when you already ate.
Yeah, baby.
Or you ever try to eat one Oreo and eat the whole row? You ever try to eat a little bit of cheese curls and eat the whole bag? You try to eat one Lay's but eat the whole bag? All of these things are because of what they are putting in it. I'm going to find out the name. But one of the ways to combat that is by taking a digestive enzyme. Digestive enzymes, when you take them, or you can to help. You can eat pineapple after you eat. Pineapple will help to break down because it has that. I think it's bromelain. Bromelain in that it helps to break down the food so that you digest it better. Also, papaya has bromelain in it, and it will help you to digest it better. But if you don't have access to those things, there's certain digestive enzymes that you can get Uh, I have some because that'll help to break, especially if you decided I'm having a steak today. You want to get digestive enzymes and take them before you eat the steak. So as it's hitting your stomach, those enzymes are additional in your stomach to help break it down and get it out of the body faster. So that's
we need to get that then.
Digestive. Yeah, they sell them at Whole Foods.
How about
There's three ingredients. It needs to have bromelain, amylase, and something else begin with a P. Pictatin, I think. So those three things. Some of them have more than those three, but those three will help to break down heavy meals that you not trying to hold on to your body for the next 2 weeks, especially if it's red meat of any source. You definitely want to be taking a digestive enzyme to help your body to break it down. Let's see. Yeah. So make sure you are chewing your food at least 20 minutes so that helps to get it down in the esophagus, into the stomach, through the liver, into the small intestines where it snatches all these nutrients out, and then whatever is left going into the large intestines, and the rest being left the body because you don't need it. Making sure you are making really good food choices, eating your greens, and a probiotic, adding digestive enzymes, exercising, and getting enough sleep. Getting enough sleep. Yes, lemon water in the morning before you eat is a great way to help the body to start the detoxification process. Trying not to eat too late at night too, sleeping on a empty stomach while your body is doing all that work. You know, you can kind of set a time and say, I'm not really going to eat anything heavy after 7 o'clock. And then just if you do get hungry late at night, have a grapefruit or an orange or apple or banana or some other salad, something that the body doesn't have to work hard to digest, something that's going to digest in a couple of hours as opposed to something that's going to take days to get out of your system, if that makes sense.
Perfect.
So that's what the digest. This body temple moving, keep that cold and clear, and keep your stomach feeling good.
You know what? I want y'all to give it up for Darlene Rose today.
Such a lovely topic.
She ain't even warned us, you know. It's just amazing. I would have put the disclaimer up before y'all came in this room that please be careful of, you know, everything you. Oh no! Oh my
I
God!
didn't think she was controversial.
I had
today.
something.
She didn't need a disclaimer today.
She don't need one.
The disclaimer is, you know, I'm not a doctor.
Oh yeah, she is. She's not a doctor.
When you are looking to make changes in your diet, you know, you want to talk to somebody about your specific needs so that the whatever you need can be tailored to you, whether that's with your doctor, a nutritionist, or a health and well-being coach like me. You know, I'm out here. Pick up the yeah, we out here.
Well, how can they reach you?
Oh, you can reach me on all social media platforms under my name, Darlene Rose, or you can call my office at area code 267-521-2001. And I'm on everything: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. I'm on all of them. I'm about to get me a TikTok so I can learn renegade.
What? Oh my God!
I need you to call me right away.
Like yesterday.
Unless if you don't have no grandkids, you don't know what TikTok is. But TikTok is a fun thing where people do little dance moves and stuff. Yeah, look, Yola know what it is. TikTok is so much fun. Yes, my granddaughter and my daughter, they're gonna teach me how to do the renegade, and we gonna do it. And it's like a bunch of moves like that and all that, and then you say, I
can't wait. Well, you better make sure you have some lettuce that day. Don't be doing it after you eat fish.
or garlic.
Or garlic, yeah. Oh my gosh, y'all have. Oh my goodness, thank you. Give it up for Darlena one more time. Rose has done it again. If you need a number, 267-52. Who is this? 52120. Who's that?
Who's
That's
who?
267-52120.
That's Darlena. I typed it in the chat.
Well, I got people here online too, and they're asking me what weird is it. It is 5-267-521-2001. Thank you very much. Well,
You're
anyway,
welcome.
I didn't know because I'm looking at the number. I ain't never seen that thing before, but that's the number.
certain people have my direct
We had a
cell number.
hotline.
Oh, you had the
Yeah,
hot. Yeah, we got the hotline. Okay,
some people got the bad phone. Got the bad phone, so it's all good.
it's all good.
Yeah,
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for that day. Tomorrow is
yeah.
going to be really exciting, guys. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I got some stuff that
Back to
huh? To our book. And I'm going to just tell you something. Can I give y'all a little quick trip on what I'm going to talk about tomorrow? Y'all want just a
yes,
snippet?
yes.
Just a snippet. Okay. So, what am I going to talk about tomorrow is take control over your life because if you don't, somebody else will
What?
see you.
You
Or
corny. You corny.
tomorrow, we want to thank you for taking out your time to come into this personal development on purpose. But I'm gonna tell you right now, as Malcolm always say, throw your L's up, throw your L's up. At the end of the day, right? We thank you for being here today, guys. Have a great day on purpose. Monica Savage, how you doing? But at the end of the day, have a great day. Yay! Thank you very much, Darlena. She is the bomb. Y'all give it up. Thank you, Lynn. We love you.
We love you back.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye, everybody.